Hello people, it's that time. It's that time again. So, welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to my live stream. Welcome to the channel. My name's Dan AC. Let's get down to business, shall we? First of all, where do we begin? Where do we begin? You know what is it? You know when you try to say something, well, first things first, and then it's like, where do you start? And anyhow. So, first of all, I hope everyone's doing good, and I hope everyone's well. And yes, it's another evening of open lobbies in the GR4s, which I'm going to be opening a lobby in a couple of minutes. So, and I also just want to spare a moment to say thank you very much to those of you who are just tuning in for your. Oh, thank you very much to those of you who are just tuning in, well, to say hello while on the go, or those who have been racing my lobbies and whatever, and then for getting me to the 400 subscriber mark on YouTube, and I appreciate your support a lot, and I really do. So, thank you from my heart. And of course, been watching the Formula One. Get in there, Lando. The Formula One champion of the world. There's no better feeling than feel like you're on top of the world. So, I'm just gonna go into the lobby, and then whilst we're going to the lobby, then there's somebody who's just joined the chat to say hello. Indian Stig, welcome along. Thank you for dropping in. I hope you're well, my friend, and thank you for the congratulations message on the milestone I've got to achieve. Appreciate it a lot. So we're going to be starting off the GT4 lobby at Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, one of the 2 new tracks that's been added to the game. So obviously 5 lap, of course, a bit of practice. Please you said to do a qualifying lap if you wish, and then we crack on with some sprint racing action. BOP's on. You can change your brake balance to how you like it. Other than that, we should be good to go. And another thing too, which I have just noticed the other day, is the room ID. So anybody have any issues, if you're on my friends list, then you should be able to join in. But the room IDs on the top of the screen for those who are trying to find my room. So, but yeah. For those who don't know Indian Stig, he has a channel for those who like to go and check him out on YouTube. He does open lobbies, Gran Turismo World Series, manufacturers, Nations Cup ventures, as well as that. And of course, some daily races as well to come along with it. So, and we've got Kajun who's in. Welcome along, buddy. Thank you very much for tuning by. I hope you're well. And so we've got Kajun who's just joined in. We've got Heinsberger who's joined in as well. Welcome, Heinsberger. So yeah, where do we begin in the world of Formula One? I was watching the Formula One. I was just watching the Formula One, and I did have tears of happiness floating down my face when I saw Lando coming across the line as the champion of the world. And there's no better feeling than come out, and then there's no better feeling than feel like you're on top of the world. Welcome along, Heinsberger. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to my lobby. I hope you're well. So a spare moment to say hello to Kajun and Heinsberger. So we have got more than half of the grid, as we've got somebody just jumping in as well. So I'm going to put out the message whilst we wait for the amount of people to come in if we were to get a full lobby. So obviously race starting in, we'll give it 7 minutes. Feel free to do a fast lap, and please be mindful of those around you on the track. Okay, so Let's head out to the track, and then I'm going to be in the Porsche Cayman. So this is obviously my first appearance in the track in GT4 cars, the Group 4 machinery. So I've got Chris here. Wish you this good evening. Welcome, Chris. Wally DJ's in. And we've got Wally DJ in the lobby. Welcome along. T Moose and Wally, good to see you too. Oh, just got a bit deep there. Obviously there's no bollard been put there. No worries, Heinsberger. So in that scenario, keep calm and drink tea, like Heinsberger's doing. Has anybody seen the meme where there's a frog that drinks a cup of tea that minds his own business? So just gonna get a couple of laps in, including this one. Yes, good evening to you. Hugh Jack stands in. Welcome, Hugh. And there's Wally in the Genesis, I believe that is. We'll just come out of the pits. Thanks for letting me by, pal. So we have got a car up front, whoever that might be. I like it, Heinz. I like it. It gives me the chance of, just to collect all the valuable information of its strengths and weaknesses and so on. especially with the new update as well, which is also another thing I've got to adapt to, of course. And obviously, as for the tracks themselves, like Circuit Shield Villeneuve and Yas Marina, therefore that it's nice to have some familiar racing tracks from the Formula 1 calendar, and to make most of the tracks that gets you into the flow with things. And as for the GT3, it's good fun. It's just about adapted to well, the modern technology in it. Just let Wally by and the other guy. Yes, definitely. So we just want to enjoy it just as it is, and then what I noticed too is well, I went from, you know, you see the Michelins and and also Dunlop. So we went from the Michelins to the Dunlop, which obviously it makes it's just a different branding partnership they got. Giving more feedback. Yep. Also more loud with the tires. Yeah, because like you can hear the tire screeches, and which I've turned the volume settings to get a bit more here in the tire screech, so then I know how much inputting I'm using to be sure where if I'm either wearing the tires out too much, or even just being smooth with the steering inputs, that sort of thing. So just a lot of things you just got to take into account on the difference between aggressive and being conservative and smooth. And so we've got Moose in there. Sergeant just joined. 77 thousands. Probably go a little quicker, I would assume, but let's have a look at who we got out on the track. So obviously we've got Wally DJ. For those who don't know Wally DJ, he is a big MotoGP follower, and especially a big Marc Marquez fan. For those who are into that sort of content, he has a channel himself on YouTube, for those who like to go and check him out. And yeah, so I'm sure that you'll appreciate that, Wally. And we've got Moose in the Citroen, and we've got Alex in the Alpha. Welcome along, Andy. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're well, my friend. So we've got Chris in the Citroen going sideways and scraping the wall of champions. Not what you want to be doing, unfortunately. So we've got Frank in the Toyota, and we've got BBB in there. Porsche. Well, this is Mercy. So Pierre Specs in the Hyundai, and we've got Loco in the Lambo, Kiamboa in the Toyota, and High in the Ferrari, Sargent in the Citroen, Kajun in the Citroen. Was on a quick lap by the looks of things, so it looks like Loco's following up there. So Wally, I believe, has topped the time sheets. No? I don't know. So we'll see. Andy's on the Inter, so he should realise that he's on the wet weather tyres. Okay, so that's 16 out of 16. Thank you very much for joining in. So we've got Hugh who has not chosen the car yet, so just want to spare a moment to say hello, people. Please be civil and respectful to other racers and have fun. Smiley face. So the race is starting soon. Have a good race, and best of luck, and let's have a clean race. Andy's left. Didn't need to leave her just to buy tyres. You could buy tyres from this shopping trolley there. So, are you racing, Hugh? Apologies for the delay if it comes to it, because we just want to see if Hugh's ready to race. No problem. Thank you for letting us know. Even if there's some more people that wants to race in this lobby, then that's something we'll to bear in mind. Okay? So, if you accidentally hit someone, and if you feel it's your fault, you know, just simply pull over to one side and give the position back to the person you made contact with. Failing to apply that principle will just be a simple booting. So just take your time to pull over to one side, find a safe spot to do it. Don't rush it. You know, just find a safe spot to give the position back to the person you made contact with. So without further ado, let's get down to business and do the talking on the track, as we're about to begin the first race of the evening in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grid start with 4-star check is on. Good luck, everyone. So it's a front row between myself and Wally. Yes, good luck, and thank you, Andy, and good luck to you, Kajun. Wally's going for the attack straight away. And then we've got Kajun in there as well. Wally's going for the move. Side by side going into the hairpin. Who's going to be last on brakes? He's gone deep. I'm in his slip. I've got a car on my left. Oh, Wally's gone out of shape on the chicane. But would that give him a 1 second penalty or whatever? I'm not too sure. Couldn't quite see from that distance. But he's still in the top 4. Mose and Kajun battling for second. And then Wally's just with a cup of tea, he managed to take P3 off the Moose. And Wally looks like he's got a good run on the Cajun. Who's going to be last on brakes? And he managed to get P2 only just, but Cajun's not giving that one up. So it's just a question of who's going to be last on brakes. So Wally looks like he's escaped the track limit violation over the chicane. But we'll see when we get to the penalty zone. Yeah, he has escaped. So we keep on racing. So a good little scrapper with the three behind me. Maybe four when Sergeant joins in the party. And I'm just disappearing out to the distance, minding my own business. So I've got myself leading the race with Cajun in second, Wally in third, Moot in fourth. We've got Sergeant in fifth, Frank in sixth, Lossie in seventh. We've got Chris in eighth after lap 2. So there's a three-way battle for P3 by the looks of things, from what I can see. And Cajun in a comfort second place momentarily. The way I'm going to have to finesse these corners is just to mount on some of these sausage curves conservatively, best you can. And be sure that your car's on the tarmac for as much as possible. And keep that stability going, of course. So we're gonna go off to wherever we're gonna go. Once I've got the job done, just need to be sure that I bring it home. Not get too crazy trying to push for fastest lap or something like that. Cajun's got a bit ghosted there for a moment. Kajun's got a 44.9. Gone onto the grass there, a little touch there. Perhaps to try and shorten the distance. Around the final corners. And Danny C takes the win at Montreal. Get in there, Danny. Michael Bauer, thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Welcome to my community. I appreciate it. So well done everyone from the first race. Yes, GG Kajun. Just wished it to be with like a much closer race, but I seem to be flying at Circuit Gilles Villeneuve in the GR4 for some reason. Thank you, Chris. Well done to you as well for racing. Yeah, I can see. I was in the cinema, the top box office stuff for what I saw behind. So because I won the race, we're gonna go off to the next track. So there's myself who takes the win with the fastest lap to my name. Kajun in second, Sargent in third. We've got Moose in fourth, Wally in fifth, Frank in sixth, Lossie in seventh. We've got Chris in eighth. We've got Heinsberger in ninth. We've got Specs in 10th. We've got Alex in 11th. And there's BVB Loco in their cars 12th and 13th. Respectively, even each one of them had a 1 second penalty. So, welcome along, Jimmy. So, for the next one, we're going to go off to, if I can find it, it's somewhere. I've just seen it, and then I'm just trying to think, where is it gone? There it is. Yas Marina. So go from evening time. So does anybody want 4 laps or 5 laps? You let me know in the chat. I'm just going to leave with 5 laps for the time being. Obviously with racing softs. Obviously it's a much longer track. It feels longer when you're in the GR4 car compared to the. So Chris saying 5. Okay. And the Kajuns wanting qualifying. Just practice and race, buddy, for tonight. Probably do another open lobby later on this week. Not sure when exactly because I've got some things planned for the weekend, of course. And somebody said Mikey Double is the GOAT, obviously in that. Let me see if I can get it from night time. I think 9 should do it. Set it to 9 and then should be able to get it to night time by the end of a session. Not at this rate because we have got somebody who's joining in. 16 people in the lobby. Welcome. And thank you to those who are just joined in. So I should be able to get the variable time speed rate to, from evening time to twilight, somewhere like that. But any issues, if it does go, but if it does stay a bit to daylight, then obviously at least I know for next time if we were to race in under the floodlights, because it just looks so good, Jasperina under the floodlights. Do you know what I mean? So, so what we got here? So we've got a field of Citroens. We've got Porsche. We've got Renault, Ferrari. So, excuse me. A race starting in, we'll give it 7 minutes. Feel free to do a fast lap. And please be mindful of those around you on the track. So, obviously, I've seen that the Citroen's the car. Obviously, in this week's daily race. So I'm gonna go with McLaren. I'm gonna go with the McLaren. Yeah, this is giving me goosebumps. You know, this track. You know, with you know, from the moment we began the Formula 1 season with on the right foot, and obviously for some drivers, and then to get to this point, and you don't get that many seasons where it goes down to the last race where you have more than 2 drivers who are in it to win the drivers' championship, should I say. Obviously, the Constructors' Championship has been wrapped up a long time ago, and then, and obviously it's nice to see McLaren come out on top, and obviously because they were the team that they're like my all-time favourites. Bauer, welcome along, welcome to the chat, and thank you for the sub. I saw the notification pop through, and appreciate it a lot. So I hope you're well, my friend. So obviously there's been the ups and downs, and obviously the on-track or off-track activity that's been going off, and those factors of the shoulda, woulda, coulda, or what could have been if you hadn't been for this, that, and that. Do you know what I mean? Where you had one driver who was on the bad road of form in their own time, same with the other, and another. You know, so you just want to be sure that you just you know, just keep going until it's mathematically over. So, and as for this season, of course, the McLaren's been the car, and obviously, and what Red Bull have done, well, from Monza, is that they've added a couple of new bodywork pieces, to the car to make it fast and beat the McLarens in some races. And what they've done in Sao Paulo is that they've whacked on a brand spanking new engine, the Honda engine, obviously, and therefore just and still be within striking distance of the McLarens. Obviously, he's overtaken Piastri in the Drivers' Championship. So from where he came from in Zandvoort, when he was 100 odd points behind the championship leader, and to miss out the championship by 2 points, then obviously it just comes to shows that how one half can change to the other, where things can change pretty quickly, and that's just what makes the competition so exciting. That for example, if Lando hadn't had a bad run of qualifying in some consecutive races, or even run into his teammate and come off worse in Canada, or even get to a mechanical failure in at Zandvoort, and of course a disqualification at Las Vegas, you know, he would have or even get the strategy together, then he would have been world champion a couple of races before. And Verstappen, if he hadn't lost a plot on George Russell, then or get smashed a bit in Austria and then lose out, spin out of the safety car restart, and or even end up with an overall bad car also, then we would have won the championship. As for Oscar, if you hadn't spun off into the grass in changeable wet weather conditions at Australia, then get into a bad run of from Monza up until Las Vegas, then he could have won the championship right now. So it's just them factors which is all it takes to change the outcome of and the mindset of approach of what could have been. So the last time we had a championship battle in the last round of the season with more than 2 drivers who are in it to win it is obviously the 2010 season, where you had Fernando Alonso, Sebastian Vettel, Mark Webber and Lewis Hamilton, who were in it to win it, representing 3 different teams, of course, because obviously Webber and Vettel were teammates once upon a time, and obviously you also too had the some seasons where 2 drivers were fighting for the championship. Then the last time that the championship's been decided on the last round was 2021, with Hamilton and Verstappen representing 2 different teams, and we all remember that too well. So for those who follow Formula 1, I hope you enjoyed this season. Best season-ending race was Brazil in 2000. Yeah, I remember that well. I remember that well when the rain was just so unpredictable, and of course Lewis will showcase why he should never give up until the checkered flag, and obviously when Glock was told to stay out because there was somewhat going off in the pits. Yeah, there was somewhat going off in the pits, and therefore that of course enabled Lewis just to keep going until he saw Glock, who was just slow as F, and therefore take the championship, take 5th place, which is all he needed to do, and the championship on the last corner, the last lap of the last race of the season, which cannot get any more exciting than that. Do you know what I mean? And this was back when the modern times, the modern Formula 1 cars were much simpler, before they changed the bodywork of the aerodynamics as well as the engines a little bit, although there were still V8s at the time. So but yeah, that's no matter who you guys follow for this season, then I hope you enjoyed the competition regardless, as well as I have, because you never know if you could recreate another season that'll you never know if you could replicate another season where the championship's gone down to the wire. Yeah, I followed Lewis since 2007, when he came into the Formula 1 world with McLaren, and although I do feel sorry for him this year after a lot he's been through with Ferrari in 2025 and the passing of his dog Roscoe, so who knows what next? For the next chapter of the sport, and I look forward to see what the next chapter of Formula 1 has to offer with the new rules and regulations, and so it's an unknown. So I've got Heinsberger in the Ferrari, Chris in the Citroen, Specs in the Hyundai, and there's Wally in my championship race car in the Aston Martin Super League from CC Sim. Thank you in honor of me for honouring me for what is my 400 subscriber stream. Obviously, having reached that milestone, we are not far off the 500 sub marker, so I don't know if it's going to be this year or next year, but it's definitely next year. But I'm not sure how soon will that be, do you know what I mean? So thanks Wally for running my my race car from from the League Racing Championship that I used that I was participating in a couple of years ago. So we've got Patriot in the Ferrari. We've got Iggy in the Volkswagen Scirocco. No, it's a Renault Megane. It's a Renault Megane. My apologies. And there's Jimmy in the Porsche. We've got Lossie in the Ferrari, and there's Kajun in the Citroen. We've got D-Select in the Volkswagen, and there's myself, Bauer, Alex, Moose. We've got Morper as well. So it has gone dark. Yes, so the race will finish in dark, ladies and gentlemen, having gone past the 10-minute mark. So the settings have changed from 6 to 9 certainly work, you know, the variable time speed. So that's one experiment I have done whilst on the live stream. So a race started soon. Have a good race, everyone, and best of luck. And let's have a clean race. And let's get this second race underway in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everyone. Thanks, Chris. Good luck to you as well. Good luck, everyone. And all of a sudden, it's just gone completely dark. It's dark at the start, so it makes no odds. I prefer the night look, and I'm sure anybody could agree with that. Have to stick it around outside for good measure. Seen the French driver going. Oh! Razor sharp reactions from myself. Holy moly. Kajun's lost it. Unlucky, buddy. Not sure what happened exactly. It looked like a bit of contact or something. Oh, sorry, mate. No comment. Well, I was going to say, if there was contact, then from the person, then that person should have just given the place back. I'm afraid. But don't worry where you finish. Also, to the person who's, if it is the case, because it looked like or it's either driver area or unless somebody tells me from a different perspective. Heinsberger's got a half-second penalty. Here comes Jimmy. Who's going to be last in the brakes? Around the outside goes Danny C, who gets the move done. We've got these two battling for fourth. Hello, I'm there. Come on. You had the right to wait, if you can. No, he's just gotta be mindful. Set myself up. Who's gonna be last in the race? Iggy, is he gonna defend? Yep, he is. We're up into fourth, and quite a margin to catch up between myself and Wally. So we have made some places. Bobby Vegas, thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you're well, my friend, and thanks to you and the 400 up subscribers for supporting me, and I appreciate it a lot. So I appreciate you stopping by, my friend. And for those who don't know Bobby Vegas, he has a channel on YouTube. For those that like to go and check out his content, he does daily races, some open lobbies, wherever he runs them, or he's in some friends' lobbies, or in some league race adventures, anything Gran Turismo World Series related. So I appreciate you sparing a moment to say hello on the go. Building quite a bit of a gap now between myself and P5, and obviously 10 seconds behind Waldo. You can see the top three battling out. So if I could get a little closer, then I could just see a little bit more of the action. I think that would have been awesome then. Obviously, didn't get quite a clean lap in that one, but obviously I'm not fussed either way. Unless if I get any issues, from somebody impeding somebody on the whilst they're flying that, then obviously that issue will have to be dealt with, because it's not fair on somebody who wants to get the best time possible, because otherwise it yeah. Heinsberger over to 5th. Obviously trying to make my life difficult in the see these Ferrari, and then there's me in the McLaren, but obviously we've got that one very much covered. Wally's up into P2 as we've got Sargent leading the race. Welcome, Jimmy. Thank you for dropping by. Thank you for letting us know. Hope you're well. No issues so far. This is the second race of the evening, so all is looking good from my side. So we've got Sargent taking the win. Well done, buddy, and well done to Wally for his P2 finish. Chris in 3rd. Oh, I'll set off a 4th. I'm gonna have to open the window because I'm feeling the heat in my room. Right, got the window open. Thanks, Chris. Great race to you. Yeah, the Alpha's definitely a fun car around the track for sure. And GG's to you, Heinsberger. GG's, Bauer. It'll be next week, Heinsberger. It'll be next week. Already made my mind up. So grab the replays if you want them. Let's see if Sargent wants to, well, just spare a moment to say well done to Wally and Chris on the podium finish. So do you want to choose a track for us, please, Sargent, if there's a certain track you have in mind? Brake check and bump punting me off. Copy. Thanks for the heads up, Spec. I'll keep that in mind. So wait to see Sargent. Well, yep, we could go Dragon Trail Seaside now that we're done Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, Yas Marina, and we're off to a fictional circuit, the famous Dragon Trail Seaside, starring the Chicken of Death. The Chicken of Death. Who's going to be the latest victim? There can only be one answer. 20 people watching. Thank you very much for watching. And anybody liking the content, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't. I appreciate it a lot. So let's save the settings before anything changes. was being unsavoury with me too before that race, fella. I'm going to go in the Aston for this one. Race starting in 7 minutes. Feel free to do a fast lap. And please be mindful, that's the word, of those around you on the track. Thanks. So let's head out to the track. A couple of Citroens, Ferrari, Alfa, Scirocco, Megane. At about the curve like that. See how quickly can I take through the chicane of death. Foot flat to the floor. No problems. So I just need to back off a little touch. Brake balance 5 to the rear. Hard on the brakes going into the right-hander. No worries, Sergeant. Thank you for joining. Have a great evening, whatever you're up to. And I'll see you again soon. Oh, almost got a 46 there. Almost got a 46. Moose is not far off as well. He's 700s behind. I hope. Just come out of there and then obviously get into the spectate mode to see who's in what. So Moose is joined in the Citroen, and there's Wally in the Subaru up front. Kajun in the Batmobile in the Citroen, and then we've got Specs in the Hyundai, and there's a Patriot in the Ferrari, and we've got Tin Mookie in the Volkswagen Scirocco, and there's Jimmy in the Aston. Welcome along, Atria. Bonjour. Oh, sorry, he's Hungarian, or a different country, my apologies. So we've got Alex in the Alpha, and there's Iggy in the Renault, and there's Chris in the Citroen, and there's D-Select in the Scirocco, Heinsberger in the Ferrari. As you can see, that he's got the Venom helmet on. We've got myself, Michael in there. There's Mateo, Patriot. So we've got very much everyone covered. Unless if there's some I've missed out, I do apologise. I think we covered everyone. So there's 16 out of 16. There's Wally in the Lambo, interestingly, as he's changed car. Lossie's in the middle of changing car, I would assume. But let's see if the Italian is ready to go. So, race is starting soon. Have a good race, everyone, and best of luck. And let's have a clean race. Are you ready, Lossie? Wait. Don't want to leave you out, that's all. See what the Italian's saying. Give him 30 seconds, and if it doesn't respond, we're just going to have to get going. Obviously, there's 15 other drivers who are ready to go. I don't want to kick him, that's the thing. Because otherwise, they wouldn't join. Otherwise, the Italian wouldn't join back in lobby. Right. Sorry, pal. We're going to have to get going. As we're going to have to get this next race underway. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everyone. Kaju's off to a good start there in the Citroen, and so is Moose. Both Citroen drivers gone off okay. And there's Heinzberger in the Ferrari behind me. So we've got through okay, and the question is, who's going to survive the chicane of death? Oh, Casual makes a move. Oh, it's nice of you to give way to Moose, but just be mindful of those behind, please, because you have some cars that are going in at racing speed. And we've got Wally behind me as well. He's in with a shout. So I've got T-Moose in the... Yeah, I'm gonna have to kick that person, I'm afraid. Oh, the person's left, never mind. Well, not all of them. Not all of them. It just depends who you come across, and you just got to be mindful on the on each driver before you come across it, and because the rest of them are all just clean and respectful, but then it's just well, a case of who you come across, and you know, then almost lost the car over the curbs. So we've got Moose in the lead in the Citroen, with myself in second, and Wally is in the Lambo in Tiny Turnip's livery, a fellow content creator I know of. Didn't ask for the bump draft, but thank you. Oi! Helicopter! Shoo! 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 Try to blow us away! But we kept it under control at the chicane of death. So I am within striking distance of the Moose. And Lolly setting the fastest lap as well, after I've set the fastest lap of the race. Wally's made a mistake somewhere. Which is why he's dropped back to over a second behind me. Just need to stay on the Moose. So I'm pretty sure Team Moose knows what Moose juice is, because I do. Obviously, it's like a drink. It's like one of them like supplements or drinks where. So I'm pretty sure that the Moose has got some Moose juice power fueled by also. Wally's dropping down the order. Unlucky, buddy. I'm not sure what happened, but very sorry to see that. Or is it just the fact that I must have left the a certain settings where it was daylight, and then it's just gone very much sunset time, evening time? I'm not too sure. Because in daylight, I mean, you can see all the brake references, and then and whereas it's darker, you don't see, you can't see a lot. You don't see much, should I say? Depends a bit how you detect some things. Can the Moose deal with the pressure in the last lap for the win? Mad Max is in. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. I might have slowed down a little touch there on the on this complexion of corners, but it does set me up nicely for what's to come. Helicopter just got out of the way in the nick of time. Around the final couple of corners, and the Moose has dealt with the monster pressure. Well done, buddy. Well done. So Wally's dropped down to P13, so I'm not sure what happened to Wally until he gave me a perspective. He gives me a perspective. Yes, I did detect that. Yes, Marina, and then of course, all of a sudden that he got into some bother and then left on his own accord, knowing too well that I was gonna kick him, but he saw that coming. But if I see him, I'll just kick him. Keep you guys safe. So well done to the Moose for the win. So good to see you as well, Mad Max. Hope you're doing good. So, do you want to choose a track for us, Moose? If there's a certain track you have in mind. No worries. Thanks for joining, and hope to see you again soon, Jimmy. Rusty Shotgun, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're well, my friend. I am not too bad, thank you. And yeah, so I mean, it's like, what do we want to talk about? What do we want to talk about? Do we talk about, well, a milestone that I've achieved on YouTube, or do we want to talk about the Formula One? Well, whatever you like. I'm not fussed either way. So so the Moose has won the race with myself in second with the fastest lap. Heinsberger in third. We've got Jimmy in fourth. Kajun in fifth. Artiot in sixth. We've got Tin in seventh. We've got Patriot in eighth. Specs in ninth. We've got Michael in 10th. And we've got Alex in 11th. We've got Chris in 12th. Wally in 13th. And there's Iggy, D-Select, the only ones to retire from this race. Kyoto it is. So we're off to Kyoto for the next one. So just want to make sure I get the settings together. Now I know. My apologies, mate. My apologies if that's offended you. Because it's like I just start reading after that, and then obviously because of it you tune in, and thank you. Thank you for confirming your identity. So yeah, so we're off to Kyoto for the next one. There is Kyoto. Evening time. Set the cities. So yeah, welcome along to the chat as well, Max, and obviously bear with me on some of the new faces, because I do remember faces more than names at the top of that. But I am getting there with some of the new names. So somebody's trying to join in, or is it just a? Yeah, I thought it would be somebody who was just joining. Thanks, Rusty. Appreciate it. You got your first 50? Yeah, well, every story has a beginning, and so by any means, continue to, and to any content creator out there, just to find your own feet and do something at what you're really good at and enjoy, and therefore you'll be able to get some notice from across the globe. So by any means, be yourself, no matter what they think, and don't put too much pressure on yourself. Just take it one day, one step as it comes, and that, of course, is the right mindset of approach, which I feel, just like in a race, for example, that I just take it one race as it comes. In a championship scenario, where it's the right mindset to have, in all honesty. Now, why is he not letting me change track? There's nobody loading in, unless I press the Fred X. I can't change track. So I don't know if that glitch has just happened. So let me try something. Unless I'm able to do it again. No problem, Rusty. No problem. Hang on. Wally, Heinz, Michael. D-Locks is in. Sorry I missed you, mate. No worries, mate. It's all good. At least you know now. Wally, Heinz. Well, obviously, Heinz will be on the VR, so... And if any reason it don't work... So it's just Wally left now. Wally, leave the track, please. You was in the kitchen. No worries, Heinz. Alright, so let's see if that does anything. It has! Thank you. Thank you very much for listening to me. It worked. It's all good, Wally. It's all good. We got there. We got there. It was just like one of these things that I have just noticed, which I wanted to try and see if that works. A red X is all it takes. So if you have a certain issue whilst running a lobby, while changing the track, and there's nobody initializing, and then that will message saying they can't change the track because of this, that, and that. And obviously, the solution to that is a red X, which means you have to leave the track. So that's something to bear in mind for those who are running their own lobbies. And so thank you thank you very much, Will, for dealing with that issue as we go along. And thank you for your patience and your apologies for any inconvenience. So, race starting in 7 minutes. Feel free to do a fast lap. Ah, yeah. Now I see. Now I see. Because it's displayed the the names on the PlayStation names, not GT names. So, and that's why I've I mentioned a different name. But so now I know. And please be mindful of those around you on the track. Thanks. So we'll go with the Ferrari then. The Ferrari. Yeah, definitely great information, Heinz. If anything like that happens in one of the lobbies that you're in, or even running a lobby. Deluxe is back in, welcome back. Oh crap. Sorry if I'm impeded your lap there, Max. Unless you're on a out lap. No worries, Heinz. Thank you for letting us know. Enjoy this race, buddy. Pleasure to have you around. Obviously, for looking on me time, so I've got this race to do, and then we've got time for another one after Kyoto, I'm afraid, as I just got to crack on with the real life stuff. Okay, so let's have a look at who got out on track, as we have the Moose in the Audi, and there's Kajun in the Citroen, and there's Mad Max in the Toyota, and there's Wally in the Citroen, and there's Atillon in the Volkswagen Scirocco, there's Chris in there, obviously. We've got Gimbom in the Volkswagen, the Sprite car, the Sprite livery. Tin Mookie, we've got D-Locks in the Jaguar, Patriot in the Ferrari, Alex in the Alpha, Chris in the Citroen, Max in the Hyundai, Michael in the Alpha. Very much covered everyone. So, do I have a system of software update for PlayStation 5? I didn't pay much attention to that, to be honest. So unless it might have updated itself, I'm not too sure. So we've got Lossie's still not doing anything. So because it's the second to last race, and if anybody wishes to race this one, obviously I don't take it too personal, buddy. So we're just gonna have to kick you out and come back another time. Sorry about that. So there is a slot for somebody who wishes to race this one. So we've gone past the 7-minute mark as well, and we're gonna get this race underway. So race started soon. Have a good race everyone, and best of luck. And let's have a clean race as well. So without further ado, let's get this race underway in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck everyone. Got the Moose in the Audi, and there's Michael in the inside. Seems like everyone's gone through okay. Well, those in front. And there's Mad Max behind me as well. Moose is going for the overtake. Who's going to be last on brakes? Moose tucks himself on the inside. Kaju going wide. And the Moose takes second. Oh. Just leave him enough racing room there. So got that bit of slip off the Moose. Took myself back in the Portuguese. So we've got Wally leading the race with the Moose in second, Kajun in third, myself in fourth, Man Max in fifth, Max in sixth, the Italian in seventh. I've got Alex in eighth. We're up into third. Let's go. Let's keep pushing. Setting the fastest lap of the race so far. Right within striking distance of the Moose, as I am under a second behind him. I just don't lower the shot there from them curbs. Question is, have I abused the track limits? The computer says no. We keep going. So, 2 laps to go with Wally still leading the race with the Moose in second, myself in third, Kachun in fourth, Mad Max in fifth, Gimbo in sixth, Max in seventh, RTR in eighth. Gone onto the grass a bit there. Oh, Wally's getting all out of shape there. Giving the opportunity to the Moose. So you have Wally in a rich energy racing car, fueled by rich energy, and the Moose fueled with Moose juice, and there's myself fueled with Monster. It cannot get any more exciting than that. Anyhow, this is the last lap. Let's see what I can do from there. Got a bit of distance to catch up, but at least it gives me a good point of view of how the top two's panning out in the battle for P1. The most good things about it, but fought twice. Wally goes defensive. Nothing between the pair of them. This is it. Welcome along, Slow Aim. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you're well, my friend. So well done to Wally for the win. Moose in second. I'll have to settle for third. Well done, everyone. Yeah, I'm not too bad, thank you. Not too bad at all. Well, still fresher. When I say fresher, well, sort of obviously going through the reflections after the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix that took place recently. Ah, you've uploaded a new video? Is it just like recently? I'll have a look when I have a moment. When I can. Thank you for letting us know. So I'll grab the replays if you want them, so spare a moment to congratulate Wally and the Moose. So Heitzberger's left. Thank you very much for joining, Heitz. An hour ago. Okay, no worries. So do you want to choose a track for us, Wally, please? If there's a certain track you have in mind. Okie dokie. So for those who don't know Slow Aim King, he has a channel. For those who'd like to go and have a look on his YouTube content. So no problem, Heinz. Thank you very much for joining. A pleasure to have you. And hope to see you again soon. So we've got Wally taking the win with the Moose in second with the fastest lap. Myself, Danny C in third. We've got Mad Max in fourth. Gimbo in fifth. We've got Max in sixth. D-Lox in seventh. RTR in eighth. We've got Michael in 9th. We've got Heinz in 10th. We've got Alex in 11th. We've got Tin in 12th. We've got Kajun in 13th. Chris in 14th. Patriot, the only one to retire from this race. So you've got to choose. You've got a track first to choose. Wally, please. Thank you, Sloan. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Because well, with Circuit Gilles Villeneuve and Yas Marina being on demand, then obviously you just can't keep away from this place. So we'll finish it off at Yas Marina, shall we? So. So this is it. That well, this is the last race of the stream, and not a bad way to do the last race at innit? Everyone does lobbies in Yas Marina. Well, this is the thing that well, I'm not the only one as it turned out that well, obviously you just gotta. Once you get into the groove, and the last time before this track was added on the iRace at this track is obviously well, through the Formula 1 games like F1 23 or something like that, and I haven't even raced that track in ages, and so this is the last race of the stream, I'm afraid. A race starting in 7 minutes. Well, 7 minutes. Feel free to do a fast lap, and please be mindful of those around you on the track. Thanks. And of course, if you haven't, feel free to drop a like and subscribe to the channel for those who are liking my content. So I'm gonna go with the Aston. Why not? You still got to get used to this track. Yeah, it's about adapting to it, isn't it? In different machinery, of course. Having had a go at the Ferrari 296 GT3, and I'm like, yeah, that just makes it fit in, just to deal with the the modern times of racing, of course. Even though that the Ferrari 296 is the newest car, a GT3 car on the game. So we'll definitely be doing GT3s next week, because I was just like going from what is it, like from bottom of GR4 to GR1, then the other way around from GR1 to GR2, GR3. Do you know what I mean? So then, unless I'm open to running different car categories, but it's just a case of see who's willing to try something different that's not properly religiously in the group fees all the time, because it obviously just gets repetitive and a bit boring. So you want to have something that adds a different variety. No worries. Thank you very much for joining Slow Aim. Have a great evening, enjoy your dinner, and I hope to see you again soon. I appreciate you stopping by to tune in. No worries, dude. Look after yourself. So we'll just set a quick lap here and then have a quick look at the grid, and then we'll be getting the race underway. And that, of course, I managed to abuse the track limits by going over the white lines. Marty's in! Welcome along. Thank you very much for joining. This is the last race of the stream, in case you are wondering. I hope you're well, my friend. No worries, Michael. If that's you done, thank you for joining, and welcome to my community as well. And I hope to see you again soon. So let's have a quick look at the grid, shall we? Obviously Deluxe has changed to a Viper. And there's Wally. No worries, Michael. Thank you for joining, and have a great evening, and I'll catch you next time. So there's Wally in the Citroen, and there's Chris in the Citroen, and there's Man Max with a 1.5 second penalty, so it must be abusing the track limits too much, I would assume. And there's Waffledinho, welcome, and there's Max in the Hyundai, and there's Attio in the Ferrari, and there's Tin in the Ferrari, Jude in the Batmobile, going way wide on the last corner, and there's Marty in the Nismo, and there's myself, Alex. Gredster's joined just in time for the last race. Welcome along, Gredster. Good to see you. I hope you're well, my friend. So where's Waffledinho? So we're just about to get this next racer underway. So it should take us around 10 minutes-ish or something. Take us to around just before 20 past, so we're okay. Okay, so let's get on to the racing. Race starting soon. Apologies to those who are on the fast lap. Have a good race, everyone. Best of luck, and let's have a clean race as well. So let's get this last race of the stream underway in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grid start with false start check is on for those who are just joined. Let's go. saw a car on the left trying to go for the overtake, and that's the Moose. Get that under control. Thank you for the heads up that you're driving with a controller. Oh no! So sorry to see that, Wally. So sorry to see that. It was that glitch that well, James was talking about earlier on, and then all of a sudden that's the last thing that we needed. So sorry to see that, mate. But you're not the only one. You're not the only one. So it's just one of them little them glitches. After an update like that happens. It happens so many times at this track. Yeah, that's on the well, that's on the open lobbies, so that's one thing. I'm not really too sure on dailies though, unless somebody tells me any different. Man, I'm sorry to see that how it ended, but regardless, appreciate you having appreciate your time in my lobby, and I hope you enjoyed every single minute of it as well as I have. And for that glitch to happen to somebody who was leading the race, having started on pole, that's just cruel. That's just so cruel. The Moose and Max battling out for P2. Around the outside goes Danny C. And Chris is left, and what's going off here? Has he had the same thing as what Wally's experienced? Has he crashed out of the game? I'm just going to have to try and hold back because I don't want to be leading the race and end up crashing. Yeah, sorry to see that, mate. Oh, that's just so cruel. And then I don't know if Max knows about this, but he is leading. But I just don't want anybody like that to. I don't want anybody like that to have a game crashed on them. No problem, Wally, and appreciate your company, and of course, nice to have you in my lobby for what is my 400 subscriber edition. Donuts for the fans. That was not on purpose, Sir James. That was not on purpose of what I just did there. Literally just spinning out of the of contention for the lead. I feel like there's like some sort of creature that's just lurking around the background and goes on to eat somebody who's leading. I think that's what it. I think that's what's playing in my mind, to be honest. Oh, it might be a green alien from Area 51. Even traveling around the world in the UFO. Yeah, and regardless, Chris, thank you for racing my lobbies, and appreciate your time and efforts and your company as well. And I'm really sorry to see what happened from your side. But let's be honest, that you're not the only one to have an issue like that, even when you're on a newer track. Even when a new track has been added to the game. No worries, Chris. Thank you very much for joining, and I hope to see you again soon. Not sure what day of this week exactly will I be doing open lobbies, but we'll see how that goes. Alex is he's there. I'm there. He's gone wide, probably misjudged the steering inputs, of course. But we're nearly at the end now, as we're entering the last lap. Marty goes defensive off Aldinho. Who's going to be last to the brakes? Waffledinho stays ahead, but then Marty gets a switch back. And each pair of us are trying to fight for that slip. Go! Shove! 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 I want that slip. You give me that slip. Oh, I thought I was about to do a Piastri on Marty for a moment. Send it around the outside. He's there. He's there. Oh, he's not giving that one up, is he? Well done, mate. Well done, everyone. And well done to Max for being one of the survivors. The first of the survivors. No, I was not expecting that at all, to tell you the truth. It's just not how we wanted to finish the stream like that. You know, with two racers who are in it to win it. And yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, Grenster. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Same to you, Marty. You'll get through that, and so takes some adapting to it, don't it? Oh, Bulldog, sorry, this is the last race of the stream, but so just want to spare a moment to say thanks for joining. Subscribe to my YouTube at It's Danny C. See you next time and take care all. Yes, it's crazy when you get the lobby settings. Well, the track limits penalties are set to weak, and you can abuse as much curb as you like. But then it's just a case of how you can carry the momentum through these things, and obviously, and therefore that it's just a case of just getting the maximum out of yourself, and the car underneath you also in a different track like this. So well done to Max for what is I think this is his first win. If it is his first win in my lobby, well done to you, mate. Because I mean, it's not how we wanted to finish the lobby like this. Because obviously, when you had Wally and Chris who was in the front at one stage, then all of a sudden the game crashed on them. Yeah, definitely, and that's what it does. It just saves you like a second, for example. It saves you a second once you use that much, and yeah, definitely. And it's some places that you just gotta watch the white line. But yeah, so let me see if there's any lobbies that they're going for those who wish to keep on racing. But yeah, this is the thing, like that bit where obviously when Lando gone for the overtake on Yuki Tsunoda for position, like what was Yuki Tsunoda doing? Like, was he just like trying to be a ninja or something, just like weaving around side by side, which left Lando to go for the overtake, whilst going over the light line? And then obviously if it would have been like in a safer manner, therefore that he would have been given a 5-second penalty, but that wouldn't make any odds because he was over 5 seconds ahead of Charles Leclerc, who was his nearest opponent, and obviously, and because they deemed that as a really unsafe manner from Yuki, was weaving all over the place where there was just no need to, and yeah, no shit. Doesn't surprise me one bit on what they are doing, but luckily, I've read early on that Helmut Marko's going. He's leaving Red Bull. Bye-bye. Your time is up, mate. Your time is up. So, let me see. There's a GR3 lobby. Let's see who's in there. And then we've got Super Formula. One mate's in there. Fair Play Live on, and that's another GR3 lobby. Dante's in there. Sprint GT3. There are some league races going off on All Stars Text. And don't forget to do the time trials for those who wish to get some extra income. I have spent very much, over 10 million just with engine swaps on and cars and things like that, and so let's open a ticket. Just gotta open all a lot to be. So let's see what I win. Trying to get Lando a penalty for overtaking off the track. Well, this is the thing that well, it was just because what Lukey was doing him as the instructor, then well, not really an instructor because he knew what he was doing, and then obviously, but what goes up behind the scenes of it is just literally, you know, gonna be more to it, gonna be more detailed on the extent through Netflix, the Drive to Survive. And then obviously you see some other bits and pieces that obviously a lot has been going off for what Red Bull have been through this year. Then obviously one person gone and another person gone. Obviously, Adrian Newey's left, so has Jonathan Wheatley. Christian Horner, should I say Horny Horner? I tell you what he really wants. A slap in the face with a Red Bull can, the dirty little Ginger Spice. Might as well keep your Ginger Spice to yourself, mate. It's a shame you're not fast enough to get into Formula 1. That's not the first time that we've seen issues from Red Bull, but and obviously, and Helmut Marko, obviously the one who is responsible for the lot, and obviously he's leaving Red Bull for good. So it's going to be a totally different team to what it used to be 5-10 years ago, something like that. But it's crazy that where things can change pretty quickly in the world of Formula 1, of course. So no problem, Kajun. Thank you very much for joining. And same goes to you, Max. Thank you. Well, if you had Christian Horner on the spot, then obviously he'd be appealing for the penalty, and then obviously there's nobody else that will to step in to his boots and to appeal for the penalty. But then obviously, the stewards say that Yuki was driving erratically, weaving all over the place. Yeah, well, this is one of the issues. I mean, you still get some issues with the fact that some drivers who don't deserve to want to be on the grid, but then it's just the nature of business, I guess. But control the controllables, which is all we can do. We've got business to take care of. So, right, that is it. And thank you very much to those of you who are tuned in to say hello while on the go. Thank you very much to those of you who have been taking part in my open lobbies, and I appreciate every single minute with you. And I'm sure that I hope you two have, you boys and girls have enjoyed every minute of it as well. So obviously that it's been good. It's been good. But and obviously congrats to Lando for winning the Formula 1 World Championship. And it's nice to see somebody who could take on the pressure to beat Verstappen on the overall championship. And thanks, Jimmy. So obviously and then there won't be any of the Formula 1 until we get to around January, when there's a couple of new cars that will be unveiled, as well as the pre-season testing kicking off in February. So it just gives us a chance to reflect on what has been a journey, from the moment that we begun the season at Australia to the moment we we finished the campaign at Yas Marina. And you don't get that many seasons where you just have the competition just as close as it gets and enjoy the sport just as it is, until we don't really know how the new cars are going to pan out, which obviously with the active aero that will be introduced as well from the front and rear wings, and the engine spec bits and pieces. There's a lot that's going to be different, of course. So we shall see what the next chapter has the sport's got to offer. So, but yeah, I'm not sure when I'll be live once more for some open lobbies. Probably at some point, later on this week. Not too sure exactly. But yeah. So, anybody liking the content, and obviously welcome to the new subscribers to my channel, and for those who don't know me, get to know. I do open lobbies normally on Tuesdays, sometimes later on in the week, and some league racing ventures, where anything Gran Turismo World Series related or whatever, on places where I can and can't stream, with respect, and sometimes daily races. So yeah. So I'm gonna have to cut short, and I wish you all a great evening, great afternoon, great morning, wherever you are. And I hope you all enjoyed the rest of the week, whatever you all could be doing. And for myself, Dennis C, I'll catch you on the next one. Take care, all, and bye-bye.